Hey everybody! Today is quite possibly the best day ever. So, I'm just gonna chillax today. Got the fan going, AC on full blast. It's a bazillion fucking degrees outside. And I'm getting an A in my class. I'm so happy. So, without further ado, time for me to destroy my vocal cords. With Kurt and Derv. This altercation is becoming uncomfortably physical. Get the fuck away from me. What are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about. Shut up and draw another penis. You don't even understand the social implications of all this hostile touching and grabbing, do you? I don't feel that way about you, Strider. Just step off. His eyes are like glowing red. And they're hitting each other and gnawing on each other. Man, if you want to look at it this way, then that's your business. This is just an old-fashioned beatdown where I'm from. Deal with it. Why don't you go old-fashioned fuck yourself? Stop biting my cape. Fuck you. Kanaya's like, should I auspicize here? Shit. He's like, okay, time to get real. Are you serious? Dude, unreal. You are like a cape magnet. Hold still. Muffin? Booyah! John's arm. Rose is like, Dave. And Connie's like, car cat.
Everybody stop what you're doing immediately, whatever it might be. Another dream bubble is approaching rapidly. Everyone man your stations. By which I mean go about your business as usual, I guess. Unless you want to meet me up here and check it out. Over.
Meanwhile, at the end of year 1, on the battleship, Ghostbusters, MMORPG. John, I really think we are scraping the bottom of the barrel here. No way, this game rules. I just never gave it much playing time before because, well, I guess I always had better things to do.
That's sort of my point. Where did you even get this?
Years ago, I found it in a store in the bargain rack. It was only $1. Isn't that awesome?
Glub, glub, glub. I don't understand anything.
ASL? God damn.
I don't really think this is my kind of game, but I will play it with you because today is technically your birthday.
Yes, you won't be disappointed.
How many people did you get to play this?
I don't know. I only showed it to a few people, but I guess hundreds are playing it now? Nobody is very good at it, though. I keep trying to tell the salamanders and chess guys not to cross the streams, but they keep crossing the streams. Just between you and me, I think a lot of them aren't very bright.
Why can't you cross the streams?
Jade, please. It is just something you can't do when you're a Ghostbuster, because it spells big trouble. Everybody knows that. Dave's wrist chilling on the computer next to everybody. You should hurry up and make a character already so we can get started.
I'm working on it.
There are just so many options. What kind of Ghostbuster should I make? Just any old Ghostbuster, as long as he looks awesome and like he means business. I will begin organizing our squad.
What do you have to do?
Well, first we need to buy an old abandoned fire station to use as headquarters. Luckily, half the city is composed of abandoned fire stations that are for sale. This game is actually really stupid in a lot of ways, now that I think about it. No! Hey, shut up. I take it back. It's great in every way.
Sure, John. Whatever you say.
Okay, now I have to find us a mission. Okay, gotta hire a sassy secretary just to peruse this extensive palette of sarcastic red-headed ladies. Okay, here's a good one. When we wait for a phone call, this can take anywhere from 10 seconds to several hours.
Are you serious?
Well, that's fine. There's lots to do in the station to kill time. Like talk to Slimer and get slimed by Slimer. Okay, that's pretty much all there is to do.
What about that fire pole there? Can't you go down the fire pole?
The fire pole is strictly decorative. Are you almost finished making your character?
Yeah, I think I'm done. I'm pretty happy with him.
Jade, that is absolutely the shittiest Ghostbuster I have ever seen.
No way!
Yes, it is so yes way.
He's adorable. What are you talking about?
Jade, I thought you were going to take this game seriously. That is not a serious Ghostbuster. No ghost could possibly fear that thing. Unless he practices a lot of persecution.
I don't want ghosts to be afraid of him. I want to make friends with some ghosts if at all possible.
It is not possible. Ghosts are known to be cruel and mischievous. They will not want to befriend your foxman. They will only want to cover him in slime and then fly away. I really think you should consider redesigning him.
Nope, I'm keeping him.
Okay, well, if you want to turn our squad into a fucking joke, then that's your business.
Shut up or I'll give him a pink jumpsuit.
Ugh! But seriously, those head swap options are for such noobs. I feel it's only fair to warn you.
I think I will manage to survive the embarrassment in front of a bunch of salamanders and crocodiles.
Okay, fine. You get a pass, but only because you yourself are a furry.
Thank you.
What?
Nothing.
Is someone messaging you through the game? Who is it? Damn it, Jade.
It's Dave Sprite. He's playing too.
Oh, don't tell him any of our strategies. He is the enemy.
We have strategies?
Okay, first tell him we have strategies, then don't tell him them. Oh god, what is it now?
Did you know Dave Sprite is a funny guy?
He's alright, I guess. I give most of his jokes a passing grade, sometimes as high as a solid B+.
I just told him you said that.
That's fine, he and I keep no secrets.
Dave Sprite says to tell you you're basically welcome for being born 14 years ago, and 1 year ago, you ungrateful douche.
Oh, like him taking credit for my existence isn't so old by now. Hey, Jade, why do you still call him Dave Sprite?
Because he is Dave Sprite?
I just call him Dave. Isn't that easier? I mean, he is Dave after all, right?
Well, yeah, but he's kind of different from Dave.
Psh, he is so not different. Dude, he's just a magical orange Dave with wings, and also says caw sometimes.
I know, but there are other differences.
1 second. Interesting though. Like what?
It's hard to explain. Just some slight differences in personality, I guess.
You still rap sometimes.
Yes, so?
I just thought I would mention that.
Okay, I will admit I can't really tell if his rapping style has changed.
Trust me, it hasn't.
I don't know if the differences are because he is a sprite, or because he lived for a while in a different timeline.
Well, weren't you a sprite before? How different did you feel then?
I wasn't a sprite. My dead dream self was a sprite. And then I kind of merged with her when I became a god tier.
Oh, right. So, half of you was a sprite.
I guess? It's more like I'm still the me I always was, but inherited some of her memories. But they are pretty vague.
Do you remember what it was like being Jade Sprite?
I remember being dead for a long time. And making friends. Mostly trolls.
Oh, really? Which ones?
None that we know of now. That I can remember, at least. They feel like such distant memories, like they were barely real.
I think that's funny, though. Like, wouldn't she have all the memories of all the stuff she did in the dream world? Or were those memories more hers, because her dead dream self had been dead for years? It's like a time loop memory phase. I have to admit, I'm a little disappointed in the dream bubble thing. By the way you were describing it, I really thought we would dream about them on this trip more often.
Yeah, me too. Maybe it's something about this place we're traveling through?
I don't know.
When was the last time you visited one in your sleep?
Man, it was weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
And then when I do dream about them, it's just kind of weird. Either I'm alone in my own memory, talking to figments of my imagination, or I dream about someone we know, like a troll we've talked to, and I get excited. But then it turns out they don't know who I am. It's like a version of them that died before they ever even knew us, and it's just kind of awkward.
Yep.
And I still haven't seen Dave or Rose at all. Yif. Have you?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm starting to think it's not going to happen. I wonder if we're just not sleeping at the same time?
I don't think that's it. For one thing, considering where we are, I don't think there's a such thing as the same time for us.
That's true. Do you think the afterlife is just fucking with us, Jade?
Maybe. But it's probably more like the way it used to be with the clouds in Skya. They didn't always show you things, but when they did, they were selective about what they would let you see. Like, they would make sure you saw whatever you needed to see to make sure things would go the right way. And I always thought I knew so much, but in retrospect, they gave me only a tiny glimpse of the big picture.
That is so infuriating.
I guess. It never felt that way when all I was doing was looking up at some clouds. I was happy to see whatever was there. But I guess it's different in a situation like this. When you miss your friends and you kind of wish the dream bubbles would play along.
Yeah, oh well, I guess it's only 2 more years. What do you think they will be like by then? Do you think Karkat will have driven them all insane?
Probably.
Or maybe they will all be better friends with each other than they are with us.
look at it this way. By the end of our trip, will you be better friends with a bunch of salamanders than you are with Rose and Dave?
I don't know. There are some pretty charming salamanders on that ship.
That's true.
But you know what I mean. Things have a way of changing. Like, have you thought at all about what it's going to be like when you see Dave again? I mean, after the way things are going with you and Dave Sprite?
What do you mean the way things are going?
Jade, please.
What?
You are not fooling anyone with your koi shenanigans.
What has he been telling you?
Nothing. Do you really think he would talk about any of that with me? There are just some obvious conclusions the guy is going to make about stuff.
Well, I guess I don't know what's going on with that. I really don't.
Alright, fair enough.
What do you think he would think about that?
Huh?
The other Dave. I mean, hypothetically.
Aha! So you have thought about it.
I'm only wondering because you brought it up.
Yes, I did.
Then what do you think?
I have no idea. We would probably never find out one way or the other regardless.
Maybe. Well, what about you, John?
What about me, even? Michelin Man? Yeah. No, it's from Ghostbusters itself. I don't think I've ever actually seen Ghostbusters, come to think of it.
Remember how you told me Karkat kept sort of trying to set you up with Rose?
Yes?
You told me this on more than one occasion, if I recall.
What is your point?
Well, I've kind of wondered to myself if you kept bringing that up because on some level you wanted that to be true.
Oh, man. Jade, listen. At this point, I could not give less of a rat's ass about romancy stuff. I'd rather just play some games and chill out for several years in this magical flying boat. Is that too much to ask?
Not at all. That is perfectly fine.
When I catch up with our buddies, I'm sure I will give Rose a nice, friendly hug.
Aww.
Whereas I will offer Dave a tender bro embrace and shove Karkat down a flight of friendship stairs. Tender bro embrace. That doesn't sound non-romancy. But that is it. It's all very complicated and bothersome, Jade.
What?
You know, matters of the heart. Okay, you may laugh at my choice of words, but it is true. It's really befuddling and distracting when you are on a major quest to make universes out of frogs. Who even needs it?
I guess you have a point.
Like, you remember that troll girl who was sort of into me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. That seemed like a pretty big deal at the time. It really seemed like she liked me, but also she was probably insane. Like, I mean, in a trollish, murderous kind of way.
Yikes.
But craziness notwithstanding, I didn't really know what to think. I guess I thought she was cool at the time. I was honestly kind of flummoxed about it. But the point is, when all is said and done, that was just some stuff that happened over one day, which was a whole year ago already. I barely even remember what we talked about. By the time we meet up, she probably won't give a shit about me at all. Which, let's face it, is probably for the best. I think we make things more meaningful in our head when they're happening than they really are. Like, realistically, there were probably a lot of things that went on that day that didn't mean that much. Like, remember how you said you thought Karkat was getting this silly, angry crush on you?
It's just my hunch.
Yeah. I mean, do you really think after 3 years he is still going to have the rage hots for you?
I sincerely doubt it. At least, I hope not.
I don't even think he's that crazy. Anyway, my point is, who even cares about all that? Romance and dating are dumb and boring. We are legendary heroes, and we have bigger fish to fry. Like that smug fat ass over there on the horizon. He sure looks pleased with himself. Just look at him. He thinks he is the undisputed king of that mountain or something.
That is so outrageous.
Follow me so we can seize the high ground against this hideous ocean-dwelling marshmallow man and steal all of his treasure.
After you. Ahem.
Jasper's, holy shit, another cake? But there's still all these others we haven't touched. Nana is really baking up a storm today.
Meow.
Jasper's, whoa, what are you doing?
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Jasper's, no! It's fine if you want to sing me the birthday song, but for the love of God, don't meow it. You're gonna rile her up.
Meow, 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 John.
No, Jake, come on. Please settle down. I can't help it. Damn it. I'm really not mad at him, I swear.
Meow, 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 meow.
Oh my God. Ah! Oh Oh, Jesus. Poor John. Hmm? Where am I? Afoot? John's like, what?
Hey, you. Gotcha, boy. What are you doing there, blue boy? Hey, I'm talking to you. Yes, you. Dork in the pajamas. Okay, the other dork in the pajamas. Be all pajama party up in here today.
What the fuck? That is not how I want to voice Mina. I need to not be New York. It has to be thug. Give me 1 second to actually make that not sound like shit.
I got something. Yes, you. Dork in the pajamas. Okay, the other dork in the pajamas. Be all pajama party up in here today.
Hi, which troll are you?
Which troll am I? I'm the best troll, dummy. Now get away from her. She's mine. I've been hunting her for a while now.
A whale now. For a whale? What does that mean?
It's a fish pun. Saying fish puns is obviously kind of this thing I do. Get with the program.
Oh, right. I thought it sounded kind of
fishy. Oh, that's a good one. Not. Now beat it.
You must be the sea troll. I heard about you. But I'm pretty sure we never talked. Have you by any chance seen Vriska around? Or Karkat? Who the fuck are they? Your troll friends?
Well, no friends of mine if I never heard of them. You see this golden pointy deal here?
Yes?
I was gonna use it to poke some holes in that girl there and see what happens. So clam scrape.
Oh no. Why would you do that?
For the halibut.
What?
Halibut.
Okay, that one wasn't so awesome.
I thought I told you to clam scrape.
I'm not sure what clam scrape means either. You mean go away?
Holy mother gloving mackerel, you are a fucking idiot. Well, if you're not gonna go, then you can at least tell me something.
What?
This is the afterlife, isn't it? Which means I'm dead, right?
Yes, well, it's a dream bubble. So yeah, you are probably a ghost.
I knew it! Yes!
You're excited to be dead?
Excited? Now that you mention it, yeah, I'm pretty flippin' excited.
Why?
Because it means my plan works.
What plan?
Why would I tell a hornless dork like you something like that?
I don't know. Just curious about your spooky ghost plan is all.
I'm curious about why a couple of freaks like you were sent to welcome me to hell. What, are you demons or something? Pretty lame demons if you ask me. Way too friendly and stupid.
No, we're humans. By which I mean aliens, I guess.
So like, you're dead aliens, huh? Who ever heard of an alien ghost?
I know, right? That's what I think sometimes. It's a strange combination of sci-fi things. Like, alien stuff's all about science, right? At least it is in some movies. Aliens love science, but then ghosts have nothing to do with science. They belong to the supernatural realms, which have more to do with religion, I guess, or about a lot of hocus pocus and superstition, maybe even magic. Science rarely enters the equation, unless it's something awesome like Ghostbusters, which makes ghosts and stuff all about science, even though the ghost science is obviously a bunch of total nonsense. I guess Contact mixes aliens and ghosts because Jodie Foster saw her ghost dad from outer space, but then that was probably just a science projection from an alien to make her feel less sad about her dead dad and not a real ghost or anything. I guess the lesson is that science and aliens teach us that ghosts and religion are fake, although it turns out ghosts and aliens are actually real, so maybe science and religion have been lying to us all along. Nerd? Yeah, sorry. So, the girl, she like your mace for you or whatever? What? No, I don't even know her. I kind of thought you knew who she was. Don't know who she is, but I know what she is. She's done. Huh? Ever do any baking, nerd? Yeah, a little. Then you know exactly what you do with something that's done. You stick a fork in it. See? No! Better think fast, suckerfish! Something mystery girl, look out! God. Whoa, is that John? Yeah, I think it is. What the hell is going on? Oh shit! John, watch out! Oh fuck, looks like he's still an idiot. Yeah, okay, that started off really lame, but I actually salvaged it by the end. Alright, neat. Meanwhile, I'll tear these hive. Cool. And then in her room... Huh? Arachnid's group, AG, began trolling Gallows Calibrator GC. Oh man, fuck this. It's a real pain in the ass typing out long, victorious laughs with only one hand, you know? I'm gonna have to patch this up somehow. Maybe I'll pay a visit to my neighbor a little later. Getting my arm fixed nearly ought to be worth enduring the stench. Aw yeah, sick burn from out of nowhere. Take that, Sahak. Haha, neighbor. I can't believe I only thought of that now. I bet I'll get a kick out of that. I bet you even more he won't laugh, though. What a boring piece of shit. I know you would think it's funny, though. Right, Tarazi? Man, I sure am glad this little feud of ours is basically over. We're totally even. Now we can go back to being friends, and things will be great. You won't believe this, but it only just occurred to me that now you won't even be able to read this. Even if you do somehow manage to stumble back to your hive, you're blind now. Whoops. It would be a real shame if we couldn't bury the hatchet and be great friends again because of a stupid bullshit reason like that. Oh, I know. Maybe I'll mind jack some random chump and send him to your hive so he can read messages to you out loud. What a perfect solution. He could be your assisted living slave. I would have had the perfect candidate all lined up, but he recently lost the use of his legs, unfortunately. Oh well, I'll just roll with the punches like I always do and find somebody else. Just say the word and I'll make him do whatever you want. Read my awesome notes to you, hang some more plush dragons from your tree, pre-chew your food. Well, maybe not pre-chew it since I didn't exactly knock your teeth out, did I? Maybe more like pre-look at your food to make sure there are bugs in it. See, isn't it great when we're helping each other out instead of naming each other repeatedly? That's how it should be between Scourge sisters. All the namings and backstabbings should be saved for the friends and foes that get in our way, don't you think? Hey, what do you want to do for our next campaign, by the way? We can take the next one easy. I'll try to think of something better suited to your new disability. I mean, I've already pretty much nixed anything involving stairs because of Tavros. Lol. Ain't no one can say I'm not willing to meet people halfway. Phew, I'm losing a lot of blood here. Good thing I seem to have a ton of the stuff. We Half-Bloods are made of some pretty tough shit. What a fucking mess, though. Not really looking forward to cleaning this up. I've got to say, your prank was pretty good. Still not sure how you pulled it off. Pretty inconvenient, though. It's too bad you're not going to get to read this for a while, if ever. We could be bonding over the great pranks we just pulled on each other. Oh well. I guess I'll take off before I drop dead like some kind of loser and you never get to hear from me again. See you around, sis.
Wow, I can't believe I almost forgot. What a completely crazy bitch you were.
Hey now, what kind of attitude is that to bring into this memory?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Easy there. No need to waste good remorse on such trivial exchange. I'm only reminding you that if you bring too much baggage from the past into the memory, it is doubtful your experience will be either therapeutic or cathartic.
What?
You were the one who invoked this memory, after all. Isn't that why you're here? Is it not what you have been hoping for and fretting you may find since your journey began? A chance to say you are sorry?
Vriska, you sound really different. What happened to you out here?
Sorry for the ruse. Though it isn't as far from the truth as it could possibly be, I am not who you think I am. I, of course, need to visit you through a memory, and interestingly, this is the one you gave me. No ill will or upsetting hijinks were intended.
Who are you?
Aranea.
Okay, and?
And I'm your friend's ancestor. In fact, I'm yours too, in a way.
Really?
Yes, though not quite how you're picturing. She had an ancestor whom she was aware of, and technically that is who I am. That is to say, she is who I would have become in your world had I arrived in her place. Alas, I did not. She was a figure in your history who preceded you by thousands of solar sweeps, whereas I preceded your entire civilization by millions. Billions.
I don't get it.
That's okay. There's plenty of time to sort it all out. I've been keeping an eye on you all for quite a while. Your whole planet, actually. It was very interesting this time around, to say the least. It even had a different name. Alternia. How heavy-handed can you get? The man responsible was a bit of a wise guy. He rewrote everything. He had a knack for overzealous storytelling, which is harmless enough habit usually. I'm guilty of it myself sometimes. But it is not so harmless when the perpetrator is omniscient and omnipotent.
Omniscient? You mean Mr. Milkshake?
That's right. But he's dead now, and his story is over. The book on our universe is closed, both for my instance and yours. This being the case, I thought it was the right time to introduce myself. The combined work of my group and yours is unfinished, and the outcome has not been assured. The true ultimate reward has yet to be achieved. No safe haven has been created that is free from the devastation caused by Mr. Milkshake's grand deception. Our race still teeters on extinction. The members of your party, and one noteworthy fugitive, are the sole survivors. We must work together to create the haven and restore our race, so that the sacrifices we made will not all be in vain. But in order to repair the unthinkable damage that has been done, we need to allow ourselves the chance to heal first. Old wounds, old regrets. They will serve no purpose in the rest of your journey.
Regrets? Are you talking about me and Friska?
Sure, you'll have to start somewhere.
Do you know where she is?
Not at the moment, but the more time you spend here, the more likely it is you will find whomever you are looking for. On the other hand, if it is the unknowable will of the gods, you may dance around each other indefinitely as you pass through the space. It is hard to say.
Oh, okay then. I'm not sure whether to be relieved or frustrated by that.
Well, if she had been dwelling in this bubble like you thought, what would you want to say to her? Surely you would not want to argue about the past.
No, I still don't know what I would say to her.
Then what would you say to me?
I would say, even though she did some bad things and was totally impossible most of the time, I wish she wasn't dead. Is it weird to miss somebody who did nothing but cause problems?
No, I can empathize. She was a serious troublemaker in your party. Many player groups have to deal with those. I feel as though we had one of the worst cases in our party, but when all is said and done, she was still our friend.
I keep wondering if there was another way. Something other than letting her go or killing her. I try to remember what I saw when I looked into the vortices of possibility, and I just can't remember anything besides those options, even if those other choices would have resulted in death for everyone. Was that really all I was capable of? Either losing the nerve to go through with it, or stabbing her in the back and nothing else?
At that moment, perhaps. You know very well the channels of possibility at that exact juncture resulted from her decision paths as well as yours. But even so, when it comes to your key decisions, the possibilities are probably fewer and more discrete than you have presumed. Otherwise, you would not see results consolidated into those vortices, would you? Possibility would resemble an enormous hazy field of infinitely subtle variations and microchoices. Imagine if at that moment you truly were capable of anything, no matter how outlandish, absurd, or patently fruitless. How would this vast amount of information present itself to you through your senses? What difference would it make in your final decision if all the other tributaries' whims spilled into the same decaying future? And what would this make of your agency as a hero meant to learn and grow? Look at it this way. Imagine that over the course of someone's life, they are truly capable of every conceivable action at any moment, and did indeed take each of these actions in different branching realities. Doesn't a scenario like that deaden a person's agency just as much as one where their fate is decidedly etched in stone as a single path of unavoidable decisions? Who exactly is that person who can and does take all conceivable actions, other than someone perfectly generic, who only appears to have unique predilections and motives when you examine the arbitrary path they happen to occupy?
I don't know.
Pardon the esoteric tangent. These are my instincts as a hero of light kicking in. It's hard for us to resist prattling on about matters like this.
Oh god, like Rose. Yeah, she never shuts up about it. No offense.
You may seek to understand your decisions and look for justice in their consequences. You may wonder why honorable choices from the innocent are punished by banishment to a timeline in which everyone dies and all is gradually dissolved. It helps to understand your role, not just as a hero who must overcome, but as a single capillary within a much larger bioexistential system. Think of it like the circulatory system, where the veins and capillaries that do not help the overall flow of blood through the system are likely to wither and die. Those are doomed offshoots. Reality itself is using you and many others to propagate its own existence. Strictly speaking, there is only one path to its successful propagation, but it still permits you to make choices. Not all that are conceivable, but some nonetheless, is dictated by who you are and the challenges you face. And you are free to make key decisions however you like, as long as you understand that some of these paths, unfairly or not, will lead to oblivion. Because those choices do not contribute consecutively to the perpetuation of all existence, including your own. Such is the burden assumed by anyone who plays this game. God, Aranea does talk a lot. I can probably finish this, though.
Yeah, I guess I understood some of that, but never quite put it all together that way. I don't think I was a great seer of mind.
Well, you aren't finished being one, are you?
Nah, I don't think of myself that way anymore. I used to feel like some pretty hot shit, directing battle traffic against the king and all flipping coins in people's faces and stuff. It seems silly now. I don't think I ever knew what I was doing. When I confronted her and it was time to make up my mind, I thought I had it all figured out, like this was what I had to do. Not just to save everybody, but as some stupid rite of passage or something. Then it came time to do it, and it was all happening so fast. And I forced my own hand. I could either let everyone die in one reality, or kill a friend in another. And I tell myself those are the only two vortices I saw. But then, I was the one who made the series of decisions which led up to that choice, and completely painted the options into that corner. Anyway, I just wish I could tell her that.
Which one would you tell it to?
Huh?
The one who fought with Noir, or the one who didn't?
We'll stop it here.